We have been following breaking news all afternoon. A helicopter crash in the Hudson River. Sources tell us CBS News that 6 people on board are dead.
This happened in the Hudson River near the West Side Highway and Spring Street. We can confirm all the bodies have now been recovered, including 2 believed to be children. The body of the pilot was recovered inside the aircraft, and the cause, as you can imagine, is yet to be determined. This is still a very active scene. Let's go to Jennifer Bisram. She is also at Pier 40 for the West Side Highway. Jennifer, I know we've been waiting to get an update from officials, an official one anyway. Any new information on when that news conference has been scheduled?
Hi there, Christine. We're coming to this 5 o'clock with just heartbreaking news here in New York City. 6 people we've learned confirmed dead after that helicopter crashed into the Hudson around 3:15 this afternoon. We've been here for several hours now, seeing multiple response units and emergency crews here, and we are on the Manhattan side of the Hudson. Most of the activity happening closer to the Jersey side. And Christine, to answer your question, we, within the last half an hour, have seen several city officials here from the NYPD, from the Office of Emergency Management, from the FDNY, and behind me over my shoulder just a short time ago also we saw divers come here, FDNY divers. Here's another boat that is here in the water coming to this area at Pier 40 where we are right now. What we can tell you is that right inside of Pier 40, that is where all of the city officials, all the top brass here are getting briefed on exactly what happened. We are preparing, we're being told, for a press conference that should take place around 5:30. That is just in about 30 minutes or so. And again, that is where we're going to learn more information as to exactly what happened. But again, we learned that it is a tower helicopter, 6 people inside, and early reports that we learned were 3 children inside. The pilot, we're told, was found dead inside of that helicopter. But again, things are very fluid here. We are trying to get more information confirmed to you, and as we get that, we will certainly bring that to you. But again, 6 people dead after a helicopter crashed into the Hudson around 3:15 this afternoon. Again, here, let me have Sean just show you this FDNY boat pulling up to the pier here at this hour. This is not the first one that we have seen pull up here, mainly with the divers getting in and out of that boat, and again heading into this room here where the city officials are currently convening at this moment. Again, we've seen the OEM commissioner, we've seen FDNY. We're told the mayor will be here a short time ago. He has been surveying the area. He was at one particular scene. Hey, if we could have Sean show you some of the firefighters that have just got off here. But again, this is just a testament to show like how many crews have been here. We've seen hundreds of, crews, FDNY workers, divers, first responders here. And again, as we get more information, we will certainly bring that to you. Again, we are waiting that press conference, and as soon as that happens, you can bet we will bring that to you.
All right, Jennifer Bisram reporting for us from the Hudson, the Manhattan side of the Hudson.
And we've got another reporter right now live, Lori Bordenero, who is outside. She's been speaking to people who actually heard this crash. She joins us live right now from Jersey City, the other side of the Hudson. Lori, walk us through any new information you may have as we wait for more information from the NYPD.
Yeah, we've been talking to a lot of people here over the last several hours, and everyone kind of saying the same thing, that they heard a very loud boom, a loud noise before that helicopter came crashing down. And you can see here behind where we're standing here on the waterfront, and right over there by the pier, you can see the FDNY harbor units. They're out on the water right now as this investigation is just beginning. You can see a lot of emergency crews here, ambulances on standby. Again, we've been talking with a lot of the residents who live here on the waterfront. They tell us they're used to hearing these helicopters daily at all times, all hours of the day, but they know that this time there was something different as soon as they heard that loud boom. Take a listen.
I heard like such a loud sound. It felt like a thunder, and because it was rainy today, it just was like, okay, maybe. And then I saw like black particles flying, and again I thought maybe it's just like dust or birds. And then we heard like all the emergency vehicles and sirens go by, and I think that's when it was like, okay, what's happening?
That sounded honestly like an engine came out. I looked outside my window. I saw a few people running towards the water, and some people were acting pretty normal. So I was like, oh, might not be anything. Then I started hearing all the sirens come outside.
And again, we're hearing a lot of similar accounts, people describing helicopter parts coming apart mid-air before crashing here into the river. That's the very latest from here. Back to you.
All right, Lori, thank you for that update. One of our first abilities to actually hear from people who heard what had happened there, but all these accounts are adding up. They're all corroborating each other.
They all sound very similar to one another. Let's go now as we continue our team coverage here at 5 o'clock on this helicopter crash in the Hudson. Allie Bauman, actually, let's go to Alicia Reed. She's also in the Jersey City area where crews are staging. Alicia?
That's right, Christine and Alan, and the temperatures again are just above freezing. The rain continues to come down, and just moments ago divers came out of the water. They were checking on that wreckage that remains in the water, and I want to paint a picture for you of what the dock looks like on the other side. If I'll have my photographer Todd just kind of pan over. A truck just came and rode down this entire dock to the end there where you see them. So the investigation is definitely still very, very active. The diver came out of the water just recently. They didn't take anything out with them, but like everyone's been reporting, the witnesses are describing that chopper, the tail spinning out before it going into the water. We did see some debris on where we are now, and we're quite a ways away from where the boats are docked there. We spoke to one woman who described what it was like. She was out jogging earlier this afternoon and heard the loud bang. I'll go ahead and have you have a listen.
The helicopter was a little bit like nose down slightly, and I saw the propeller separating from the helicopter. It kept spinning in the air alone, nothing was attached to it, and the helicopter just fell. I saw some pieces, I don't know what it is. I thought it was like birds, black birds around. I think it's a piece of the propeller, so probably one of the propeller broke, the other one just flew, and then the helicopter fell in the water. I saw the big sploosh.
That investigation continuing this evening. Right now you're looking at a crane that is now set up, and they're looking for something in the water. Of course, we will continue talking to witnesses as we wait to find out what happened and how we got to where we are here today. That is the latest we have here from Jersey City. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Alicia, thank you. You know, that crane may be headed for that helicopter, but the next job is going to be getting that helicopter out of the water once it's time and to
salvage
continue this investigation.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go now back over to the Manhattan side of the Hudson, where several rescue personnel are staging. Allie Bauman is there for us on Pier 40 as well. Allie, have you been able to talk to people that have just been there, you know, their thoughts on what has taken place this afternoon?
Yeah, Christine, we're at the staging area here at Pier 40, where we've been seeing just every, department within the New York City area walking in and out here. Just a few moments ago, a few moments before we came on air, we watched an FDNY diver boat pull up here to Pier 40, and several divers got off, walked away, had their oxygen tanks and their scuba gear on, their faces just completely fallen and looking so sullen, as we've learned that the 6 people on board that helicopter have died. So we've been seeing them offloading from the boat, offloading from the Hudson here. Now, also within the past few minutes or so, we've been seeing the commissioner of the emergency Office of Emergency Management walking into the building at Pier 40 here. We've been seeing the deputy commissioner of operations for the NYPD walking in here as well. The office of the medical examiner personnel have been here as well, in addition to the mayor, who we were told is on his way here to Pier 40 to join this briefing area and to join this staging area inside the building at Pier 40 here. Now, right now, the NYPD, FDNY by is really trying to keep the public away from the pier that we're on itself. We did see over closer to the West Side Highway, NYPD drone teams going up, operating kind of over the river here, the drone units trying to get a bird's eye view of what happened, as well as, you know, NYPD helicopters overhead a short time ago. I think before it started raining is when we really saw those in the air over there. But right now, it appears that the New York City side of both, you know, emergency services as well as the mayor's office and different emergency management operations are getting briefed inside the building behind me where we are at Pier 40, getting an understanding of what exactly happened. We have learned that the helicopter that crashed today, it took off from Lower Manhattan earlier today. It was a tourism helicopter that was flying over, you know, the Manhattan skyline, as so many do day in and day out over New York City. And this tragically ended, you know, just so tragically. So right now, you know, we're seeing even behind me more firefighters walking in and out of this area. A short time ago, we saw a lot of divers walking in and out of this area, and that's the latest that we have here. Christine and Alan.
All right, Allie, thank you for that update as we continue to wait on that press conference.